Sorry, Pearl, but that is so true. Hello, lovely people. My name is you, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 2. In the previous episode, we began exploring the Slime Skin Garrison, and in today's episode, we'll be moving on to better, brighter things. I don't know why I said that, because I like the last two levels we were playing through. Please be level 18. Yay! My memory served me properly for once. Whee! This was so pretty. This is such a pretty game. Oh, the galaxy background is so pretty, and the background details look so cool, and the lighting effect is so cool. Oh, I love this level so much. Alright then. Alright, so we have some enemies over here that we'll be dealing with, and well, go figure, considering that's kind of what you do in this game. You fight enemies. Avoid you and destroy you. Yay! Boom, bam, just like that. And I'm gonna be completely honest, this is a level, even though I was kind of fanboying over its prettiness a moment ago, I actually don't remember that much about it, aside from one segment which we'll be getting into in a moment. So, yeah, overshot the Zapfish a bit. No biggie though. It looks like this kind of staircase before. It's kind of a square spiral staircase. God! Why do you always eavesdrop on our conversations? You're welcome. Sheldon, you're the worst. Alright, so we have some armor right there. It's gonna be pretty handy dandy. Charges up, and boom! And we exploded. That's rude. Alright, so please be collectible. They're not collectible, but I'll take you anyway because power eggs are pretty useful. Okay, look at those asteroids over there, and they look like giant fish for a moment. That one's a bunny! That one is a bunny! Oh, that one is totally a bunny. Oh, it's so cute. And that one is a fish. It kind of looks like a Magikarp outline, actually. I could stare at that for hours. And let's go over here, and there's something in there. What a rip-off. Alright, baddies, charge up! Alright, so we're gonna want to take care of these guys, and this is the part that I remember the most of this level. And I remember it being kind of a pain up there in particular, so hopefully we can get to this area with no rap music or flash dancing. Want a squid ring? They're morbidly delicious. And let's hope we can do this correctly. Yeah, we did it the first try. And I'm gonna get the squid ring because it's bothering me. So if you were to keep going, you would eventually go back down to the bottom. And what's really weird is that if you try jumping down to a lower tier of the spirally thingy, you get splatted. And it's kind of weird. Anywho, this is another segment that kind of gives me panic attacks, to be honest. Because there's so many snipers. Oh my goodness gracious with gravy. Mori Towers never has this many snipers. And this coming from somebody who loves Mori Towers. There's nothing you could say that will change my mind. Mori Towers is awesome. Alright, let's take care of you. Wow, that was not bad. Dang, that was fresh, kid. I had a lot of trouble with that when I was practicing for this level. But we did it. So, not too bad. I do want to wait a little bit before we move on, because as you can see there's a box down there, and I believe there's a collectible in there. Unless I'm mistaken, which happens a lot. Also, you may notice that I'm mashing the button instead of like properly charging up the sniper thing. So that's probably a big reason why I'm not that big of a sniper fan. Alrighty then, let's climb up here, and I think there's another collectible over there. It's gonna bother me if you don't collect it, because I like collecting collectibles. That's why collectible games are so fun. Oh, there's a Krusty Bucket ticket right there. That's pretty useful. When we were kids, Kelly and I would count the stars together at night. Oh, come on, Octo Snobs, I was having a moment there. Man, counting the stars is like one of the most relaxing things ever. That makes me a little bit sad that I live in a city where the nighttime sky is a little bit hard to see the stars, but it's still really relaxing whenever I do get a chance. Alright, what's not nice is these stupid things that keep dodging my attacks. Don't mess but mess. I gotta just fall off the cliff. Alright. We're gonna want to get on top of this sponge as quickly as possible and collect the sardinium. Yay! That's the reason why we had a jump cut a moment ago, because I kinda died trying to get it. Alright, ooh, I definitely want to hide behind this area. And, no. Okay, there we go. I was very nervous that we were gonna get splattered for a moment because we didn't have armor anymore. It's not a very pleasant experience, we don't have any armor. But now that we've taken care of all that, we can go over here, destroy the Zapfish, and continue on our merry way through our path of glory. Like, I love that level's background and all, it's so pretty, but I'm not a big fan of the sniper weapon. But we got the crusty scene ticket thingy. Scene, song, however you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure I've gone back and forth between how you pronounce that during the Let's Play. This appears to be a painting from the Middle Ages. It depicts a great migration of salmon said to occur once every 70 years. So I believe level 20, we want to go around. Actually, no, we're going the wrong way. I just remembered, we want to go over here. Hopefully, maybe, sort of, kind of, hopefully. Please let this be correct. Slime Season Garrison is a little bit weird to navigate, so hopefully I'm going the right way. Come on! Yay! Alright then. The Experimentorium. Floaty Fun, however you pronounce that. Okay, take this with you and help you gather some practical beta data. I cannot pronounce the words. Boom, bam! It's that crowd-pleasing face popper, the Hero Blaster. Even enemies behind walls aren't safe from the blaster's exploding shots. That's a very rapid fire, so make sure not to get splatted between shots. I don't like blaster weapons. This is my least favorite weapon type in Splatoon, and this is the part of the game where I'm going to be starting to complain a lot, except I'm not going to do that because it's not good commentary, so I'm going to try to limit it. But I'm just going to say, I don't like blaster weapons, they're not very all that fun. So this level, however, I have a bit of a fond memory with this level in particular, because, fun story, this is the very first and only game that I ever pre-ordered on Amazon. So I don't know what happened, but when I pre-ordered the game, I don't know if this is a common thing or not, but I pre-ordered the game so I could get it on launch, but then I got like an email notification saying that I want to get the game until a week after the game was released. So I remember that week it was like kind of me distracting myself with trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do for a week? I'm going to try to avoid as many spoilers for this game as I possibly can, and it wasn't a very good job. I didn't spoil the end game or anything like that, but I did go over to a friend's house and we played a little bit of the Octo Canyon, so that's kind of what I spoiled. It was more so this level in particular because I was watching him play through this game, and he was playing through this level when I was over at his house and things like that. So it was a pretty fun memory. I didn't like the fact that I had to wait a week for the game to come out, even though I already had the game pre-ordered. That was something that really rubbed me the wrong way, and it's kind of the reason why I don't really pre-order games anymore. Alright, we're going to want to take care of that, but there's a switch over here. Ooh, and we're not close enough. Alright, there's a bigger thing that I really don't like about blasters, is that they usually have really bad range, and they are really slow to attack. Now, I'm pretty sure they could be pretty great if you know how to use them. Like, the big thing about blasters is that you have to be a certain distance away to do the maximum damage from them. The blocks are doing their creepy shifting thing again. Yeah, that's kind of the big thing that I don't like about blasters. But again, I'm going to try not to complain too much because that's not good commentary to complain all the time. So we're going to talk about more positive things. Like the fact that we'll be done with this level soon and we can move on to better weapons. It'll come back around eventually. There we go. And now it's moving again. I always get nervous in this level because I always feel like I'm always missing something when I play through this area. Like, this is a level that I was admittedly a little bit nervous about recording because it has a lot of really cool visual gimmicks and things like that, and I want to be able to just show them all off in a way that makes sense, if that makes any sense. Key, launchpad ahoy! And whee! Alright, so this probably isn't the best way to handle this level, but I always go left, right, and middle whenever I play through this area. This is a really fun idea of making the level a bit more open so that you can figure out which path you want to take. Like, you don't have to take the exact path that I'm taking during this level. You can go, like, right, middle, left, or right, left, middle, or whatever path you want to take. But this is a really fun open level, and I really like that. It'd be really cool if they had something, if they had more levels like this in Splatoon 3 if we ever get a third game, which I really hope we do, because Splatoon is way too awesome not to get games forever. Alright, you want to be careful with these dudes. Take care of you. And a Reva's had a Slosher Strike could go over your shield. It's kind of awkward firing around the shields with the blaster. Ah! Just jump! I usually like those things, but not when they're jump scare. Let's climb upwards. And we're gonna need to use the explosion to destroy both of those things. Turn around. Except don't turn around. Okay, I was pretty sure that thing was gonna be at the other direction. And now I feel stupid. But we go over here and watch out for this guy. This is not gonna be very nice. He's the opposite of nice. And there's some more buddies over here that we can destroy as well. And they're destroying all my armor right now. Probably isn't the best idea to go head-on against those shield guys. Especially considering the fact that I'm not the best at using this weapon. But, whatever. So the boxes over there. Go over here. And get the key. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Oh! Power eggs. Shiny. 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 I like shiny. We got the shiny. I'm satisfied. But now that we've gotten the key, we can go back over here and go to the central area. And move on to the middle path. Ooh, spooky. I believe the sunken scroll is somewhere around this area. Oh, yep. Alright, this is a gimmick that's kind of cool if we were using a different weapon. Alright, so I believe if we go down on that launch pad, it'll take us back up to that platform. So the one we want to go on to is this one. And oh boy, this is the one I always have trouble with. Alright. There we go. Alright, so I always get really nervous when I go through that area because I always feel like I'm going to miss a shot. It's not really that easy of a shot to make, but luckily we did it on the first try. It's amazing what kind of awesome gameplay things you can do when you don't focus on commentary. So there's a balloon over there that I want to go destroy because I feel like it. Now we've gotten both the second scroll and the Sardinium. And the draw distance of the launch pads was a little bit weird. That switch is on. Middle switch is on. And right switch is on. And if they ever make like a updated version of the Nintendo Switch that's like more powerful or whatever like that, it has to be called the P-Switch. If it's not called a P-Switch, I would not buy it. I don't know, maybe I will, I don't know. But it has to be called the P-Switch. Oh, it's an industrial squeegee! Oh, I love this thing so much, it's so cute, I love the squeegees, they look like kitty cats and they destroy everything, it's fine, it's the most adorable thing ever. Hooray for jump cuts, because I actually got a game over trying to take care of this area. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just peachy? Alright, so what we want to do for a secret area that I died trying to show you people is if we go over here. Whoa, what is this place? It's like your own private island, except full of deadly floaters. Callie always hated floaters. That's actually a very interesting detail because there's something else about floaters that we're going to talk about much later during the Let's Play. It's kind of a big spoiler right now, but there's something really interesting about floaters that that dialogue always just reminds me of whenever I see it. There isn't really anything special over here. I mean, we already got the sunken scroll and the sardinium, so why would we bother going in this area? Well, it's just a really nice, fun area to check out if you want. Except it's kind of obnoxious trying to get on top of the floaters. Because they always seem to want to go whichever way they want. And that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. There we go. Oh man, there's a lot of them right there. Okay. And go, 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 go! Yay! Yeah, there's also some tickets you can get here as well. I don't think there's one on the other side of this area, but I'm curious and want to go check it out anyway. Alright, so let's hope this one goes that way. You're not going the right way. Go that way. That way. Cheat. That way. Cheat. That way. Flutter, what are you doing? Go that way. Go that way. You're going this way now. Why are you going this way? Go that way. Mush. 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 Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go on this one. This Flutter is my friend now. You're all fired. None of you can come to my birthday party. This Flutter is my best friend in the world. Now I'm offending them. Okay, I was wrong. There aren't any. There's only one ticket, but still pretty worth it to go get the ticket because it could be pretty useful for collecting some super awesome stuff in the Inkopolis Plaza we talked about a couple videos ago. But now we're going to be going back over here, and something that I saw a lot of people curious about, not necessarily curious, but something that a lot of people were complaining about was the fact that it's kind of farting on top of a Flutter, not Flutter, a industrial squeegee. That seems to be something that a lot of people are having trouble with. So my strategy is do what I just did a moment ago, where you splat the wall, hide on the wall, and lure the squeegee over there, because it seems to be the fastest way to get over towards them. I don't know if anybody else has a better strategy or anything like that, but that's just what I personally like doing. And let's hope the squeegee can go that way. Alright, squeegees, that way. Mush! 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 Yay! But the squeegees are just so terrible! Please let me keep the key. I don't get to keep the key. This area sucks. I love squeegees, but I don't like this area. I don't like this area, and it doesn't like me. It's a mutual, not like, just like whatever the term is. I don't even care anymore. I just want to get out of this area. Can I please get out of this stupid area? I want to go eat something. I'm hungry. I made the stupid mistake of recording first before eating anything. And that was a terrible idea because I'm hungry, but I'm stuck on this stupid level. There we go. We got the key. That's exciting. Wait for the squeegee to get back over here like a normal person. Don't try doing anything that's super fancy or whatever. Go this way. I'm ignoring you. I've already started off the secret area. I don't care that we don't get to keep the ticket if we died. I don't even know if we do get to keep the ticket. But whatever. We got this. We get the lunch pad. We go over here. We can ignore those stupid squeegees forever. I love the squeegees, but I hate this level. 9 minutes we've been here. Good riddance. Let me check your weapon log. Yep, data's coming through. Oh man, this is really good stuff. I'm skipping over the dialogue because we've read this a million times already. Salmonoids are known to keep their weapons in tip-top shape. The frying pans they wield have often been passed down from generation to generation. You can see the unwavering pride of these fierce warriors in their somewhat crazed eyes. And now that we've taken care of all that, we're going to be moving on to the magical land of alternate save files. So, cue the editing transition. Hello, my name's blah 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 blah. And welcome back to the magical land of alternate save file, brought to you by Post Commentary Lady Gear to You. And the reason why we're doing post commentary this time around is because I didn't turn on my microphone while recording this footage, so I'm doing post commentary for it because I wanted to keep the footage, but unfortunately the commentary is lost forever. And it kind of bums me out because the commentary was actually kind of decent for once. Anywho, the thing about Clamblitz this time around is that we're playing on Malta Maria, and this is a stage we have not seen yet, and fun fact, this is probably either my second or my third favorite stage in the Splatoon series. It's not quite up there with Moray Towers, but it is very, very close. I just absolutely love this stage. I love it on every ranked battle mode, I love it on everything that I've played, and I especially love it on Clamblitz because it's just so much fun. The downside with Malta Maria is that there is a bottomless pit over there, which could be pretty easy to fall into if you don't know the stage layout, so I recommend going into Recon to get to familiarize yourself with this area. But a big thing that I really love about this map is the central posts in the area, because that area right there, it can introduce some pretty interesting strategies with trying to sneak around other people. It kind of reminds me of that Pink Panther cartoon when the Pink Panther and the one guy are painting that column and they keep going around in circles. It's kind of like that, and kind of a big reason why I love that area in particular. And there's also the fact that the grates on top of it, the walkway on the higher part of the columns, you can't be on squid from there, so it's kind of like a kelp dome, how it's kind of a risk versus reward to go onto the high ground at the risk of not being able to refill your ink if you're not careful enough, although I do believe that you can refill your ink if you split out the wall, but at the same time people will know that you're right there, so you gotta be very careful about that. There's just so much strategy in this map, it's just so awesome. I love Malta Maria so much, and I especially love how it looks on Splatfest. Now unfortunately Splatfest are going to be coming to an end pretty soon, but you are going to see what the stage looks like on Splatfest sooner or later during the Let's Play, trust me on that. A big thing that you want to keep in mind when you're playing on Clamblitz is when the clams are located in your colored ink, you'll be able to see them on your map. So, a couple more strategies I could recommend that I'm not entirely sure if I mentioned before, but some pretty good strategies for Clamblitz is to try to cover as much of the area as you can in your own colored ink. So basically treat it like turf war for the beginning of the match, yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing that's very worth mentioning about Clamblitz is the fact that you can pass your clams over to your teammates. So you can always see how many clams that your teammates have at a time. So if you see somebody who has like 7 clams, for example, and you have 3 of them, you can signal to them with the this way button, throw some clams at them, and then they'll be able to make a football, and then you can guide them over towards the area. And this right here, this is the big reason why I wanted to see that footage, to use this footage, because that right there is probably like the most unnecessarily epic way that I've ever used a splashdown ever, and I'm so happy that I have it on recording. Yay! And that right there, the saving video footage thing, this is kind of a habit that I've developed with the Switch, where anytime anything remotely cool happens, I'll save a video of it. Even if look at it later, I was like, why in the world did I save this? And it's actually kind of ruined other consoles for me, because like I was playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions the other day on Wii U, and something really awesome happened during Natalie performance, which is a special ability, which is a special attack that you can use in the game. Something awesome happened during that, and I wanted to save footage for it, but there's no capture button on Wii U. In other words, please Tokyo Mirage Sessions come to Switch. So now we're at a pretty interesting point in the match, because at this point in the game, your primary goal for, at this point in the match, if you're pretty far in the lead like this, if you can't make a football, then, you say it with me, stall the enemy. You can stall the enemy so that they can't get a clam or anything like that. Just keep an eye on where clams are, where footballs are going to be located at, because if they open the basket, it does not take much for them to get in the lead. Thankfully, they did this time around, and we triumphed victoriously. Yay! I didn't show any footage of this during the video, but the option that you saw right there, change outfits and gear. Basically what that means is that you'll still be in the same lobby as the other people, but you could change your outfit and your weapon and things like that. This wasn't always the case. You could never do this at all in the first Splatoon game, and this was the case for the longest time in Splatoon 2. But in Splatoon 2, eventually in an update, they added the ability to change your weapon in the lobby, which is very nice because if you're like me and you main a lot of weapons, like the Undercover Umbrella and the Dark Tin Dualies or things like that, then chances are you probably would just want to play around with a lot of them, and you don't want to get stuck with one weapon if you like a certain group. So this is a big reason why I really like this update. And a big thing that I really like about this game in particular, compared to the first game, they have a lot more differences between Turf War and Ranked Battles this time around. Like for example, we're playing on Inkblot Art Academy, and on Clan Blitz, the central tower is no longer there. Now there are two smaller towers. This is really interesting, and it honestly changes the stage so much. It may not look like it when you're playing on the game, when you're watching footage like this, but when you're playing it yourself, you can really tell how much of a big difference it makes to not having that central tower over there, and having those two smaller ones instead. I'm not complaining or anything like that. I think it's a really cool change, and it kind of drives home my point of the fact that I absolutely love how much the stages change between the different modes in the game. We've already seen another example like this. I believe in Blackberry Skate Park, a similar thing happens where the central column is no longer there during, I believe, Rainmaker it is. So that's something that's pretty interesting. Something else that's kind of funny is that, I know this is going to sound very random, but those football power rank things, it wasn't until I was recording the footage, I believe it was around here when I was doing the original commentary, but it was around here where I was all like, oh, that's why it looks like a football, because the little nest thing he has the clams in it, and that's a similar color to a football. I know this sounds very random, but this is like one of those mind-boggling revelations that you didn't understand it at first, but once you saw it, you can never unsee it again. It's like that anime in Kid Icarus Uprising, how it looks like a cute little cupcake, but then when you find out that the little red circle on top of its head is the eyeball, you can never look at it the same way again. So adding on to something that I was pointing out way earlier in the video, the covering the area in your turf, not only is this a great way to see where the clams are located on your map, but when you get splatted like I did right there, a really good strategy is to check your map immediately, see where the clams are, and if there's any that you can see on your map, immediately go for that one. I've played this Splatoon so much that I could just glance on my map and kind of get a general idea of, okay, this is the one I'm going for. This is the route I'm going to take to get there. Yay! Oh, and also another very random thing that I would just like to bring up real quick. I find it really hilarious that we're playing on an art stage for this match, and one of the people that we're playing against is Nathan. Because, fun story, my art teacher in my old college was named Nathan, and I just find it really funny that somebody with that name would be on my team during an art stage, and it was pretty funny. Now those hammers over there, I used to think that they were impossible to destroy, but luckily, now I've learned that if you sneak up behind them, that is their weak point. So, that's a pretty good strategy to figure out, if I do say so myself. We've formed the football now. I don't know, I have no idea where past me is going with this. Oh, we're going to the higher area, okay. Yeah, I probably should have watched this before starting the recording for this. It's been a while since I've done post-commentary. I don't like doing post-commentary anymore because I had to do it for so long during my early days of Let's Playing, and I really prefer doing live commentary. But unfortunately, that's not an option this time around. But I really want to keep the footage. Their barrier's back up, and we have 1 more minute left. Avoid that guy, collect the clams. I'm saying this as if my voice can control what past me is doing. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet for a moment because I really like the song. I don't know what it is, but it's just so catchy. It's kind of got like an uplifting feeling to it. It just sounds like something that you'd hear at like a dance party or something like that. It's just a really fun song. This is what I love about Splatoon. One of the many reasons I love Splatoon is because their music, for the most part, never lets me down. There is one song in the online multiplayer that I don't really care for. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but if we listen to it again in a post-commentary match, or if I just happen to catch it while recording, then I'll be able to point it out. But yeah, but there's the one exception. I love like pretty much every song in Splatoon. But now that we've triumphed over the evil happiest people, we're ending this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Splatoon 2. And until next time, little gear to you. Oh yeah. Blue, blue. Also, a random fun fact that I'd like to point out before we finish this recording is that after I finished the footage for this, I kept playing Clambless for a little bit longer to see if I could get my rank up, and I did. That's pretty fun.